welcome once again to Senior Focus. I'm your host, Bill Adams, and we're coming back for another year of Senior Focus. We come to you through the good graces of Austintown Community Television, Austintown's community channel, which is Channel 20, and that is Greg Roten is nice enough to help us out with the show. Normally we come to you from Mill Creek Park and the Davis Visitor Center, but today we're actually across the street. We're at Paisley House, and we're going to talk a little bit about Paisley House and assisted living in general. Again, Senior Focus, we're designed to bring you information if you're, say, over the age of about 50 or so, but you could be any age. But we hope that, again, some of the things you hear here on the show, you learn about, you can maybe use in your daily life or share with your family. So our guest today is Audean Patterson. Audean is with Paisley House, and she's the Executive Director. Well, I was going to say thanks for stopping in, but we're at your place.
Well, you're welcome here. Thank you for coming.
Sure. And why don't we start off with some of the basics about Paisley House, where you're located, and maybe a contact number, and we'll share that later on, too.
Okay. We're right across the street, as you said, from the Davis Center, which is McKinley. Mm-hmm. We've been here 101 years. We were founded, our founders were a group of ladies in the Youngstown area that had help in their homes that were like family members that maybe didn't marry. And as they grew older, there was no place for them to go. Mm-hmm. So they decided to open at that time. It was called the Home for the Aged Women.
Okay.
And as we've grown, we've decided that there are sometimes men that would like to join us too. Mm-hmm. So about 6 years ago, we decided to call it Home for the Aged. Paisley House Home for the Aged.
Okay.
And we were at that time able to take a couple men at a time. But right now we're filled to the rim, no rooms available with women.
Oh.
And so, but we do have a waiting list, and we encourage people to come for a tour if they'd like to see this beautiful old home. So if they're over at the gardens and they want to stop for a tour, we'd be glad to have them.
Mm-hmm. And again, to describe, it's sort of at the top of the bridge of Mahoning Avenue, mm-hmm. Or coming in the other direction from the west, if you go down the hill and again, right before you would get to 680.
The Glenwood Avenue Bridge.
Right, and the Glenwood Avenue Bridge there. Mm-hmm. Now, you were saying to me that you've been here, 14 years mm-hmm. total? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how did you get involved?
Well, I was manager of the Ronald McDonald House for 10 years, and one mm-hmm. of the board members here came to me. At that time, the director that was here before me was retiring, mm-hmm. and would I be interested? And so I said I probably could be. And so I came, started in March, I think, 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, and I've been here learning to grow old, and I am.
Well, that's interesting that you said that about learning to grow old. Mm-hmm. I would imagine that you, along with the other staff, you're here to serve the residents here and to help them out in their daily life, but you probably learn as much from them as they maybe get back from you.
Paisley House is different. We're a home. And in this home, we strive to keep their dignity, to keep them happy, to keep them... You see how beautiful all of our ladies are. Mm. They're lovely ladies. And to enhance their lives. And hopefully go out with a bang. Mm. Because we do have a lot of fun here. We keep up with activities. And they have a lot of socialization. Many of our older people stay in their homes, and they're lonely. They don't take their medicine correctly. They don't eat properly, and here we maintain all of that. We have nurses 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, mm-hmm. and 11 to 7 we have an aide and an STNA and a nurse on call that sees to all their needs. It's a loving home. We have staff that's been here for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I was looking at the board of the staff. You have pictures of everybody up, and it looks like you have about 20-some staff, maybe?
28.
28, mm-hmm. Okay. And again, the purpose of our show here is to not only highlight specifically Paisley House here, but also to talk about assisted living. And for those who haven't been involved in long-term care, maybe they are younger, maybe 50s or 60s. Mm-hmm. You have home care where somebody would stay at home and maybe they need some assistance where they would have nursing people come in. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you would have a 24-hour-a-day, like, skilled nursing facility, a nursing home that people are familiar with. And I guess you sort of fit in the middle. Was
Yes,
that a
we
good?
do.
Yeah.
We're privately owned. We're
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit. And I think that if you're wise enough as you reach 65 and up, that you think about coming to an assisted living, because your life doesn't end there, and it's not the worst thing that can happen to you. I think it's the best thing, because you interact with other people your age, and they're all in the same predicament. Maybe their spouse is left
Mm-hmm.
deceased, or their children all have lives and grandchildren. They can still come and go whenever they want. It's a home-like atmosphere, as I said, but it's looking forward to something every day. We do a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we have happy people here. You saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're here in the afternoon, and there's actually a program going on, and that's one of the things I did borrow one of your activity schedules. And would you like to go through, not day by day, but just talk about some of those activities?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see you have music type things.
Mm-hmm. We have entertainers come in, at least 3 a month, and they come with their keyboards. We've had musicians. We have the canines come in with their pets.
Mm-hmm.
We've had, right now we have Zion Lutheran here doing a spiritual program, non-denominational, so that everybody can come.
Mm-hmm.
They're volunteers also, bringing a spiritual message, and that happens once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have one of the sisters comes from the Ursuline Mother House,
Okay.
and she does a mass or a little spiritual message on Wednesdays.
All right.
And they play bingo. They do the normal things. We take them out for rides. We go to White House Farms sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And